Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 9th episode of the Questions Only podcast. I'm Sam Beals, and I love you all so much.
I'm Mason Beals, and it feels like Sam is the other parent in the divorce trying to convince the kids to choose them for custody.
Come on, we can have pizza tonight, and
We can practice our illiteracy together.
yeah,
and
just all of
not
that.
knowing how to speak. And I'm Mason Beals, and welcome. Hi. Hello.
I swear to God, if you do the
I
intro
know.
again.
I have a really bad habit for first-time listeners of redoing Sam's intro every time he intros. We're supposed to switch off every single week, and every now and then I just want to just do it over.
Every now and then, it's almost every single episode.
Every time you intro, yes, I want to do the intro.
Yeah.
I'm so used to
Stop.
introing.
Stop introing, though.
I like to intro.
It's my turn.
Can I do like a separate intro for a make-believe show?
No.
Please.
I'm not going to
And a
let you.
fake name.
No.
Let me just do it.
Fine. Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Max Landis, and you're listening to the Godzilla podcast, where we review a different Godzilla episode every single day. My name is Max Landis. Wait, that's a real person, Max Landis, I'm just realizing.
Okay. And I'm Robert De Niro. And welcome, guys, to the
Aw,
Godzilla podcast.
I want to be Robert
That's
De
how
Niro.
that's how it feels.
Oh, okay. I guess it feels pretty... You should just start doing it to me every single time
That's-
I intro. You're like, and I'm Sam Beals. No, every time I finish, you go, hi everybody, I'm Sam Beals, and welcome to the question... And then we just end up in
A loop.
an unbeatable loop.
But I don't feel like that's fun for podcast listeners.
No, we'll
Huh?
be failures real quick. I mean,
Are we not already?
we haven't failed. It's not like we've made
We haven't-
100 episodes and
It's true. It's
zero
true.
listeners.
It's our 9th episode. Welcome, everybody, to the 9th.
Welcome everybody to the 9th episode
Stop.
of Questions Only podcast. I'm your
Stop
host,
it.
Mason Beals. I know, but don't you want to just say it after somebody says their name? Don't you just want to say your name?
And I'm
My
Sam
name,
Beals.
Say my name. Okay. Yes. Welcome, everybody. For those first-time listeners, Sam, what is this show about?
We answer questions. We're not very good at answering questions. Just kidding. We find fun questions. We do philosophical questions.
I feel like we have a tagline, and you're not really going with it. Well, I kind of have an unofficial one. You want me to say mine?
Yeah.
This world is full of questions, and we are here to answer them to the best of our abilities.
We promise none of the
And
answers.
we promise none of the answers, which is very contradictory within itself. It's kind of a bit of a paradox.
Yep.
Sam, how was your week?
It was all right. Didn't do much.
Wow, that didn't sound like it was good. I think it was all right.
No, I was trying to think of anything that I did that was eventful, and not much. I
Not
don't
much.
think. Yeah,
Nothing happened.
not really. I mean, I went in and got my check from Joe's Crab Shack, and
Well, how was tell us about youth group experience.
oh yeah,
Just kidding. Don't care.
I went to a youth group. It's really far out.
That was like I was like
Far out.
I was going to have you describe that. I was like, you already told me the story.
Yeah, I
and-
wasn't gonna say it again, but
yeah.
basically, yeah, it's too far away. But I think I'm gonna keep going. I don't know. How about your week?
I'm trying to think what did happen. Nothing
Happened?
Yeah, what did happen?
It's not happened.
I know, it's what did happen. What happened? Not a whole lot. I finished up a script. Excited. That's starting to get into production. Fun stuff. Don't say the title. I feel like you were about to.
Nope.
Okay. I'm just crazy.
Yep.
And paranoid. I don't know why I think it needs to be kept on lockdown, but it just is. So anyway, so that's rocking and rolling. But that's about it. I ordered a new book.
It's Max Thunder.
Not
Something.
much exciting has happened. I will say that on the drive here,
I was gonna bleep that out.
on the drive here, I did have a moment where this guy was driving incredibly aggressively at me and just all around. But since I'm narcissistic, I think everything is done against me.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, this guy was just in a big old truck, just driving like an asshole. And so eventually he's like driving in the right lane. I'm in the left lane. In the right lane, there's a lot more cars like coming up to a stoplight. So he like gets up right behind me. And I'm kind of like about to pass the other cars. And I was like, well, no, if I do this, he's just going to try to get in front of me. So I just slow down like real good, like noticeably. Like this guy is usually, if you think someone is like driving against you, you're usually wrong. This guy, if he was thinking that, he would have been right. Yeah. Because I was just trying to piss him off. Like I tried to get back behind the other cars at a certain point.
Do you ever notice that, like, because you're in a big van like that, people drive more aggressively?
Yeah.
Because I noticed that when I drove my big, van.
Yeah. My
big conversion van. Anyways, I noticed that, every once in a while, there would just be people that would just, like, cut me off and stuff like that. Or, like, really just try to pass me because they think I'm going slow, but really, I was always speeding.
When we drove that van, Father and I, in Seattle, is, you think Austin traffic is bad. Seattle traffic is worse. And they just drive like dicks, and like really bad. Like there's like an elitist feel to the way people drive. And there's just like way nicer cars. There's so much money, whatever. But we noticed driving that van that people just, they gave us no room. People were just jerks about all of it. So
it is something that's like subconscious about just like, oh, I need to pass this like bigger vehicle or something.
I did have a moment today also driving here. There was a van at a different stoplight, basically, that I could see like gonna go the other direction. And super fucking sweet van, but it was red and white like my van, and it was GMC, and it was like just so pristine condition. I had to take a picture. I'll show you the picture of it, but super nice, and I love to stick my thumb out and give them a thumbs up, and that's what I did, and they did the same thing through their windshield. They didn't want to roll their window down, I guess, but mine was already down, so it worked. But I was just like, it was super nice. I like connecting with people in that way. If somebody has a nice car, I do like to give them a thumbs up or something, like, because I think people know when they're driving something super. Not new cars, like.
No,
like sweet old cars, I love to give a thumbs up. It feels like the most pure American thing I can do.
No, it is great. I had one of those moments in Coeur d'Alene when I was driving the van. I was just going, riding downtown, and this older guy on a longboard just cruising down, he like kind of stops me. He's like, "Hey, awesome van!" And then I'm like, "Thank you." It was a great moment because it was just like sweet. He's just the most chill-spirited person.
I get that. When I had the Isuzu, a little grandma car or whatever that I used to drive around, it was pretty sweet. But
I'm done telling these stories.
Okay. Last one, I swear. Then we'll get into questions. But I would constantly just, primarily by elderly folk, they would see the car and they're just like, "Do you know what you're driving?" Type of a thing. And it's like, I know it's doesn't have AC and its heating sucks, so seasons are a problem anywhere. So
but same with your new car.
I know. I just pick shitty cars, but I like them.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
They have character.
Yes, absolutely, just like we do. Let's get into some questions, shall we?
I'm down.
First question, Sam. Do butterflies remember their life as a caterpillar? This is a bit of a early philosophical question for the beginning of the podcast. Do you feel like butterflies remember their life as a caterpillar?
Well, you have to think, do most insects remember their lives from like 10 seconds ago? You know? Because I feel like a lot of that is just like kind of primal instinct, I would like to think that it's some type of, they get deja vus or like flashbacks. They don't really know what's happening type of thing, Yeah. Kind of like they were living a previous life.
Well, yeah. They kind of look back on those days and they're like, "Oh my God, like I cannot believe I was like that."
Yeah. Well, I've
lost so much weight.
Yeah. Either that or just something that's like kind of, they think that they're, I don't know, not schizophrenic, but more of just like
it's like they had literally lived a different life.
Yeah.
I have these visions every now and then that I would just crawl about and eat leaves, and then I wrap myself up in a goo ball, and then it's dark came out like this. That'd be so weird if you could remember your birth, though. remembering.
Yeah, I
being
guess
in
that
the
is just
womb.
kind of a second birth.
It really is.
Yeah.
Here's a kind of an additional question to this that I've
Okay.
kind of always wondered. Where do butterflies go when it rains? Because if they get wet,
Yeah.
they can never ever fly again. Which I don't know if that's a fact, but I assume.
Yeah, what?
I know that there's shit on their wings that if you touch it,
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
rub off and they can't fly. And
Yeah.
they'll just die.
I'm sure nature has an answer. Same with Google.
Sam, I'm asking
But
you though.
no, I know. Well, I'm not
Should
a
I-
butterfly expert, but
What do you think?
yeah. Well, I was gonna say under a tree, just like in a tree.
Right, like we all imagine, they
Under a
just,
leaf.
like it's raining, and they just hide underneath a flower petal and they just rest there and they're just like, "I shall wait this out."
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful and pure. Here's what Google has to say about it. Butterflies hide when it rains. They usually go to the same places they do for the night. Some butterflies hide under large leaves. Some crawl.
I called it.
Some crawl. That's a weird idea to think of a butterfly crawling down into dense leaves or under rocks. And butterfly lifting a rock. It's fucking raining. And some just sit head down on grass stems or bushes when winds or with wings held tightly. Interesting. So pure.
But I called it
Yeah, you called
under a
it.
leaf.
Yeah, I mean, where else would they go? But
Yeah.
under an umbrella, they find a person with an umbrella.
They
Or they have little
fly
butterfly
south.
umbrellas. They fly south.
Just really fast.
No, I'm just gonna shut that one down. Okay, I think we answered that to the best of our abilities. You want the next question?
Yes, I do.
I told you to think about this one yesterday, but
I
tell
didn't.
tell me the 3 best things about you.
Oh gosh, I would have thought about it if I knew that that's what the question was.
You did know what the question was.
I didn't
sent
look
it
at
to
the
you.
text.
That's on you.
A little bit.
Tell me the 3 best things about you, or what.
You tell me the 3 things
No,
about you.
see, we'll get into that. There's a separate question. Tell me, or even what you think people think are the 3 best things about you.
I mean,
Be narcissistic. It's okay.
I'm pretty passive, so I don't
Think about yourself.
No, but I feel like I don't go out of my way to upset people.
Ruffle feathers.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm just if you're not against me, I'm not against you type of thing,
But if somebody is against you, do you feel like you're against them?
A little bit. I usually won't do anything to act against
Yeah.
that, but I'll just send not positive vibes their way.
Okay. So, first one is you're easy to get along with.
Sure.
You don't make a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
Second, come on, you're
God.
thinking of something. I know.
No, I'm not.
I know you are.
I'm not.
Do you think you're funny? Do you think people think you're funny?
Yeah, people think I'm funny.
Do you think you're average funny?
I feel like what usually happens is that
People don't laugh at your jokes.
little bit. No, but I'll meet a new group of people and then right away, I'll be like, "Oh, I need to make these people laugh."
Okay.
So I make them laugh a lot right when I first meet them, and people will say stuff like, "Oh, I love this kid."
Yeah.
Him. And then,
Yeah, him.
that's how everybody
Like
sounds
a
in my
city
brain.
hall meeting. Yeah, what him?
How do you think city hall meetings go
Like-
down?
Like in Parks and Rec.
Oh,
I
got
bet
it.
they're not far off.
No, but then but then what happens is that the other people, usually other guys that are kind of competitive, start following the same joke pattern that I have. Mm-hmm. And then since they just start making the joke so often, they don't know how to find a balance with that,
Okay, so that you feel like people will kill your jokes.
Little bit, they'll just
Okay.
start,
It might be your age too.
yeah,
So
probably because they're like, oh, this is funny. So then they match
so you're
the rhythm,
So
and then they do it too much.
to bring it back around to the question, do you think you're funny? Is that you think one
Sure.
of your attributes, one of your 3
Sure.
things? Okay, then last thing, cuddly.
Warm and cuddly.
Like people want to hug you.
I'm huggable.
Do people want to hug you? Like your peers? Like I remember when I was in youth group, when I was your age, a bit younger, it just felt like, hugs were a big thing. Like, oh, it's so good to see you. Like it'd been a week since we had seen each other, whatever, me and my youth group friends, and they just want to hug. And I'm like,
I didn't
love it, but maybe it was just because of church.
I don't really hug that much. It's mostly just like, well, now it's just whenever I see someone that I haven't seen in a while, like when I visit Coeur d'Alene or something like that, like
the one time you've done that.
Yeah, or like when Jameson came here.
Yeah. Okay, so you're not a hugger. You're not.
I don't.
Not a hugger. Is what I'm trying to say.
Go out of my way.
You got
to
give
someone.
me one more thing that you think is one of the best things about you.
Come
on, you got something.
I feel like I don't know. I'm easy to talk to.
If that's what you think.
I guess not. I don't know.
You're asking the guy who has a podcast with you, so.
Well, when I say we have hour-long conversations.
We'll have conversations about cereal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
we can converse.
It's true, but no, I just feel like. Yeah, that's not a good one. I don't know.
You want me to come back to it? You want me to name some things that I?
Sure.
It's easy for me to think.
What
about,
do you
the
think?
Three best things about you.
What do you think?
I think I'm fun. I think, and again, I'm gonna think the three things that other people think about me.
No. What do you think my last thing is?
Oh, your last. Okay, sure. Let's bring it back. Let's keep going on you.
That's fine.
Let's see. I would say that you are go with the flow. I don't know how to put that in a better phrasing. Like,
yeah,
for the most part, it's, and I don't know if it's because it's like just easy for your siblings to convince you to do things, but you are chill, and I think that is an important thing. Like, you aren't competitive. I guess that goes along with like easy to get along with. I'm a little
bit competitive, but I'm just not like aggressive.
Again, yeah, I think your lack of aggression is appealing to people, that you are disarming, and I think that, I guess that could be along with like easy to get along with, but I think that's an important attribute.
Same thing, but it's fine.
Should I say my my three things now?
Yeah.
I would think that people think I'm funny. Would you agree?
Yeah. I haven't seen you in too many social situations that much.
I don't think that's true, but
well, compared to, like, you know it better than I do is what I'm saying.
Here's the funny thing, though. Like, I think there's a lot of great things about me. I also think there's a lot of terrible things about me. Yeah. I think about me a lot is the point.
Yeah.
So it's always awkward.
There's a lot of terrible things about you.
Three best. Okay, so I think I'm funny. I think I'm a good writer, and I think I'm hardworking. Three best things.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, and my big muscles. I think people really like my big muscles. Like
your big muscles?
When they think about me, they're just like, I like having Mason around because his big muscles.
Because he's gargantuan.
Because he's huge and he makes me feel safe.
Yeah, because you look like a Viking.
He knows he can kill anyone with his bare hands, and that makes me feel good.
Because he is taller than average.
That's the only reason I have my job. I literally sit by the front door.
Yeah, you're the bodyguard.
Nothing. I just stand there.
Yeah, because they
keep calling me an editor, but I haven't ever edited anything.
Yeah, no.
I just stand by the door.
Yeah.
And I say, who goes?
Yeah.
Like Kratos.
So you're the receptionist.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do one more question, or should we go into philosophy?
Let's do another question.
Do another question?
Yeah,
okay.
Still all fun, all something.
What's in your coffee?
More than what's yours.
You are really drunk. Legitimately, and you'll just spit out your coffee.
From now on, y'all slutty. Y'all ugly.
What are you saying? Just shut up. Okay. Sam, I told you to think about this one as well.
I didn't.
Who was your worst and best teacher?
I don't feel like that's fun for random people.
You can give you don't have to say a specific. I'm not saying just say that person's name and then that's the other question. Tell me why you hated him. Want me to go?
No,
You never want me to go first.
My worst. You always make me go first.
It's true.
But my worst teacher, probably my first grade teacher, I forgot her name.
You really are drunk. You are really drunk.
Just a little bit. I don't know. Her name's something like this Lemonhead or something like that.
Okay, sure.
She's a sour old bitch.
Why was she so bad?
She might be dead. She's pretty old.
She could be dead.
She could be dead.
The fact that you don't remember her name helps, so that nobody
Thanks.
you can't really.
And I'm not gonna say what school.
Yeah, I know which school, but
Yeah, you know it. Obviously, you know what school.
okay, so she sucks. So, do you remember a best teacher?
Yeah, I had a few good teachers.
Name your standout teacher, and the funniest thing they ever said. Because I think it comes down to everybody loves the funny teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be some people that really like their teacher that really made them inspired, you know.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know, probably funniest teacher that I ever had, best because he knew that his job wasn't
okay.
Whatever. Was my 8th grade science teacher.
Don't say their name still.
No, okay. But he was.
You talked about him a lot.
Yeah, he was a chemical engineer in the Marines for years.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was really cool. He told us stories about how he stole a tank and stuff like that. To because he needed to test bridges because they were gonna go over them.
But the point being, he stole a tank.
He stole an F1 tank and he went over bridges and
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I don't think I ever had a teacher that cool.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely tell you the teacher that I hated the most. She was my Spanish teacher during sophomore year. Again, won't say her name.
I know who you're
but
talking
she
about,
just
though.
made me hate Spanish, so now I'm racist. And no,
but she wasn't Spanish, was she?
No. I'm not gonna. Well, yeah. Well, the funny thing was that she was Korean.
Yeah.
And then after watching Community, that just makes me laugh more.
Yeah.
Even though Chang wasn't Korean, was he Korean?
No.
What was he?
Chinese?
I don't think so.
He was in.
I thought he might be Korean. Does not matter. Absolutely doesn't matter.
It's making us seem really
ignorant.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we say that makes us seem ignorant.
It's true.
But anyways, she just was a bitch.
Yeah.
And my Spanish name was Leonardo, and it's our whole table would be talking, and then she'd be like, Leonardo, and I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking. You know, she singled me out, for sure. I talked to other students, so no, she's singling you out. And because also, I think I told her kind of early on in the year that I liked my previous Spanish teacher better. I kind of hinted at that. And that gets me around to, I do have a few teachers that I really liked.
Your 4th grade teacher?
No, he was fine, but it wasn't until later that I kind of started appreciating teachers. It was my Spanish teacher in freshman year. I liked him quite a bit. He was really funny, and he just had some good stories, and I think he had a good rapport with teachers. And then my Bible teacher, I almost said his name, but don't need to. But my Bible teacher during 7th and 8th grade, he was also my basketball coach and history teacher and health teacher, and I just thought he was a really cool guy, and I thought he was very much invested in me, and he put up with a lot of my shit as just being a shitty student, and just we had a good rapport, and I made the class laugh, and I would contribute. It wasn't I was a piece of shit, but I think he did have to put up with me sometimes.
Oh yeah,
and fair enough.
For sure.
So
you're a handful.
I'm a handful. Mom always says I was the hardest to raise.
Yes.
Which
you're the most stubborn-headest.
Stubborn-headest, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we're gonna move on to philosophy.
Sounds good.
Welcome to philosophy.
The Philosophy Zone. Philosophy.
There you go.
Both of them.
We'll come up with something better.
I think just the Philosophy Zone should
just too generic and too easy just to call something a something zone. You know what I mean?
Zone.
Whoa. All right, we're moving on. Samuel, if you could become immortal on the condition you would never be able to die or kill yourself, would you choose immortality?
Hell no. To live on this earth forever?
Yeah, until the world ends.
And then you're just not until.
Yeah,
then you're just drifting in space.
No, I'm gonna say
forever and ever.
Once the world ends, then you're done too.
Fine. No.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's the restriction on this question.
No, I know, but I'm still no.
Oh, okay. I was you're fuck you, you don't make the rules.
Immortality, that's just purgatory.
Yeah.
That's literally just because you would run out of things to do. You would just
Maybe.
there's just nothing.
New stuff is like made every day
Doesn't matter.
Until
you would
you
just see it all.
until you just start like you create a greater purpose for yourself.
Nope.
And you make this world a better place.
Mm-mm.
You could rule the fucking world.
What if you get trapped?
Oh God.
What if you get trapped like
Under a rock.
literally? I was about to say like
Yeah, like under a rock or like in a canyon or
yeah. What if things don't grow back? Like you can cut off your arm, but it won't grow back. What if you have to live your entire world with just no hand because you had to cut off your hand?
No,
127
I
hours.
think it's Wolverine style.
Fine.
Things regenerate. I think it's who's that person in Justice League Dark? Give me a second. Keep talking.
Okay, but God, I know the person you're talking
Yeah.
about. It's Savage.
Yeah,
Savage.
Something
It's-
savage.
Yeah, I would not, because I'm like that to see all of your loved ones die.
That's the typical argument. of
That's
just
like the first part.
yeah.
that's
Part,
with it.
that's part one of part 1 million sadness.
Exactly. That's like there's so many other things.
There is it's I don't know. A part of me wants to say yes because I feel conflicted about death because one, I'm really curious what comes after.
Yeah, you would never see that then.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the part, but I'm also afraid of it a bit just because I'm like it could just fucking suck. It could be hell. Even though I
That's true.
don't believe in hell. It's like what if though?
Yeah.
You know, and you just ended up in hell for eternity.
Yeah.
If there's an eternal
So like
afterlife,
that's worse.
if there's an eternal afterlife though, Sam. If there is,
Yeah.
and you really did not have much say
Mm-hmm.
as to where you're going, and it was a 50-50 shot whether you're going to go to heaven or hell, I would stay immortal.
That's fair.
Because I'm like, either I just keep doing this and I just become the immortal person, and obviously you're going to become famous unless you keep it under wraps.
Yeah, which would be hard because I would definitely tell so many people. But okay, here's the thing.
Vandal Savage is the
Vandal Savage, yeah.
is the
So I
immortal
know
character's name
Savage.
in Justice League Doom. Wow, these things show a lot of cleavage on these female characters. Look at that. Like, their breasts are almost out. Doesn't matter for audio
Anyways.
listeners.
or video. We're not gonna show it.
That's true. Yeah. No, I'm not turning my computer screen that way. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of a good point, but I'm like, there's a funny Key and Peele sketch about that to where it's like the whole. It barely has anything to do with that, but it's the sexy vampires one.
Oh, that
to
one
where
is
at the
funny,
end
yeah.
he's like, "No, I got bit on purpose." He's like, "Oh, I almost touched the sound box." That's what I'm calling
The
it.
recorder. He almost stopped recording us. He's
Anyways,
like, this part's
he's-
off the record. Key and Peele.
Yeah, he's like, I got bit on purpose so that I could see what future cars look like.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's a part of me
That's
that's
a good
like,
point. I wanna see what
I would like to
happens.
see at least how the world ends, you know?
yeah.
If it ever came. I
So
mean,
that's fair.
if it doesn't just end from like natural causes, whatever. it would
Okay,
just
but
be. And then
so
say,
are we
like,
saying?
yeah, everybody gets wiped out but you? Like
Yeah.
that?
Are we saying
That's hell.
just Earth, or like, so say we eventually
Yeah, I'm
start
saying, like,
space travel,
Earth or whatever. Well,
Earth.
oh, that's a good point.
because
that's a very
then
good point.
civilization would still be living.
And again, I also think that a lot of our human psychology comes from the fact that we know that we are going to die.
Mm-hmm.
We're conscious of our existence, and almost the fragility of it has a lot to do with our psyche. And time is also like a huge thing to us. And if you then are not counting the hours until your death, basically, then do you appreciate time? Do you do anything?
That's the thing that it's
sure
like
there's
if
gonna
you
be-
just knew
Yeah.
that it's like, because humans, our brains cannot comprehend eternity.
Yeah.
It's impossible. Like,
Yeah.
we just can't. So I'm like, eventually, if we did remember everything, even if we didn't, doesn't matter, seconds would feel like years. Years would feel like seconds. Like,
Yeah.
you just wouldn't,
Time
you would
would just-
lose, your
All
comprehension
frame
of
of
time.
reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Especially
eventually,
if all your loved ones are dead. If there's anything that's tying you to.
yeah,
But then again, I still see pros and cons to it though. You know what I mean? I see pros
Yeah.
to it still. That it's like you get to see like the progression of man. You get to know where that comes from. You don't have to face a death in a way. I mean, obviously that's the most natural part of our existence is death. You know, that's like the only true thing. And so I don't know. It's trippy.
yeah, because I'm like, if I don't know, I feel like there would be a point to where I'd just get like really depressed and just bored and just like, there's
I
nothing.
feel like it would just come in waves though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No, that's
you
what I'm
would have
thinking too. I'm
points
like,
where you're like super. You love
yeah, because you're like, oh,
life,
I
and other
can.
points where you're just like there is no point.
Yeah, there's like, I can't die. I'm gonna go take on some bank robbers. Just
yeah. I'm gonna fight crime.
yeah.
There you go.
So that's one thing, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like at a certain point, I'm like, I'm just take a nap and then fall asleep for like a millennium.
I just had a thought.
What thought did you just have?
I just had a thought. What if there's a homeless person wandering around now that has been alive since existence, and they are just crazy now, and that's why they're homeless?
Yeah,
And it's like
it
they just can't.
drove them mad.
It just drove them mad. It just broke their brain, and they have nothing to go for anymore, and they can't die, and they're just walking around with all the, like. Because I was thinking, I was like, how would you process all that knowledge? Like your brain has
That's what I
to
was thinking.
store shit and forget shit, and
So let's say
it's almost like you would forget
that's what I'm
your
thinking.
part of your like.
But let's say that you,
You would forget you're immortal. You're just like,
yeah,
why
literally,
am I not dead again?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're like-
that's right. That deal with the wizard.
yeah, I don't know. I would say, let's just put a few conditions on it to where it's like it won't, drive you mad. Like you can have comprehension of like how long you've lived,
Yeah.
and yeah, you have that regenerative ability.
Okay.
That's kind of where I think, if you have that, then your mind can keep up with all the information that you
Right.
keep having. So
Yeah.
I feel like you could be very helpful to some historians.
Yeah. I mean, just a recalling of what.
Yeah.
I don't think
They
that's
would
going to
think
be.
you're mad.
I don't think that's going to be a problem because we have.
It's true.
We document literally everything now. We document things that don't matter. So, okay, Sam. So, definitively, would you become immortal?
I'd rather still just be a normal person.
Okay. Yeah, I'm there with you. Part of me desires, like, I'm like, I just want to see what. It's very, for me, it's like 40-60 of like wanting to see what comes after life and what comes further in the future.
It just wouldn't be worth, it wouldn't be, the risk is, for me, much higher
Than the reward.
Okay. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to live forever.
You're like, I already have to like exist now, and I just
Yeah.
want to sleep.
16 years and I'm already worn out.
Okay. I think we both agree. Get your hand away from just like cords and stuff. You just make me scared. Okay, Sam. I think we answered that to the best of our abilities. I couldn't really do much research. I couldn't do much research with this question. There's not really any definitive answers or research done on immortality, except for immortal animals.
Jellyfish.
I have an immortal animals quiz for you. Sam, you're a son of a bitch.
I'm a brother of a bitch.
I have an immortals animal quiz.
Okay.
Sam, I got 5 questions here for you on different things about immortality and these animals.
Okay.
Question number 1. There's a particular type of jellyfish, the Turritopsis dumi jellyfish. No way.
You pronounced that right.
You want me to spell it out?
No. But you
Okay.
did that.
There's like
It's correct.
2 R's.
It's fine.
Anyways, in a row is what I'm saying. Anyways, how do these jellyfish, and these are multiple choice by the way, how do these jellyfish maintain their immortality? Is
Okay.
it A, by eating jellyfish of the same kind, regenerating any broken or dead cells? B, returning to its infant stage of for regeneration.
Wait, what was that one?
returning to an infant stage. So like
infant,
like an egg phase.
Yeah.
C, it actually dies, but once it in a deceased state, any living tissue reforms into a new jellyfish. D, it is an immortal. There's gonna be a lot of dead air during this portion.
Yeah.
Portion.
I would, just because it sounds the most interesting to me, it's probably not right. But I'm gonna go with A. It eats other jellyfish just because I like that.
Okay, it's B.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Here's the proper phrasing of it. If the jellyfish is injured or sick, it returns to its polyp stage, POLYP stage, over a 3-day period, transforming itself into a younger state that will eventually grow into adulthood all over again. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a trip. I don't know how it really works. All right, so
Okay.
the ever-growing lobster. Most lobsters are thought to be immortal.
Okay.
They mostly die of not natural causes, but exterior causes like predators and us eating them, and butter, boiling water, those type of things.
Butter kill them?
How do they maintain?
Does butter kill them?
How do they maintain their immortality, Sam?
Shell.
Is it A, an enzyme in their DNA prevents cells from being damaged? B, they evade death from consuming a particular algae that acts as a preservative. C, the depths in which lobsters dwell act as a vacuum chamber that inhibits de-aging. Or D, they carried damn it, I ruined the joke. D, they carried a witch up a mountain hole style.
Wait, what?
Like in the movie Holes, where like he has to carry that madam whatever, like up a mountain. But anyways, so it's really between A, B, and C. Do you want me to rephrase or restate
Not D?
it?
Just kidding.
Restate any of them?
So A is an enzyme,
Right.
B is an algae,
Right.
and C is a vacuum chamber.
Right. You're not looking at my computer right
Nope.
Good.
Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to cross out B.
Okay.
Because I feel like then we would try to eat it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say C just because a lot of other stuff lurks there, so I'm going to say, sure, an enzyme.
Nice, you got it.
Cool.
I was like smiling more and more as you're getting closer to it. You have to remember that I had to make up the other ones.
Oh, yeah?
So they sound pretty real, right? Yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself. The other ones, not so much. I kind of went with a different theme for you. But you just... For the audio listener, Sam just started dead-eyeing me, so there's a reason why we both broke up laughing. And yes, so the answer is A, an enzyme in their DNA prevents... So the actual phrasing of it again is an enzyme known as... I gotta stop doing science stuff. I can't pronounce these words. Telomerase.
Yeah, telomerase.
Telomerase. Telomerase prevents the DNA in lobsters' cell from being damaged as they are replicated. Scientist Simon Watt reports in The Sun. Didn't need to read that part. I'm Simon Watts reporting here at The Sun. Burning up. Okay, great.
Simon Watts
Good job.
is
So you've got one of them right out of 5.
Five? Okay.
Yeah, there's 5.
Keep going.
Okay. What is the oldest turtle known to date? It's not alive anymore, but the oldest turtle in record. Was it A, 165, B, 225, C, 573, or D, 69?
Can you read those off again?
So it'd be 165 years old, 225 years old, or 573 years old.
B.
Going with B?
Yep.
Correct again. Tortoises are the most famous oh my gosh.
Stop.
I can't. Okay. So anyways, a tortoise named Adwaita was thought to be 255 years old. Sorry, actually it was 255. I'm dyslexic. But you basically got it.
Yeah.
When he died in 2006, and carbon dating of his shell confirmed that he really had been born around 1750.
It's cool.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Question number 4. So you're 2 for 3 right now.
Okay.
What is the best way to kill cockroaches? Is it? This is like such a simple.
That's not.
Listen, is it A, fire, B, acid, C, radiation, or D, obesity?
Well, not radiation is my guess.
Okay.
Okay. And then acid and fire.
It's like a third grader made this question.
Like, both? I don't know.
There's a specific one.
I'm. Acid? I don't know. Sure, acid.
It's acid. There's
Okay.
there's a particular type of acid. I should have wrote it down.
Yeah, like-
I had it, then somehow I erased it or whatever. But yeah, some cockroaches have been known to like just waltz out of burning buildings like unscathed.
So that's it. That's just like the.
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, have they ever walked out of acid? I don't think so. The
It's
questions
just-
the questions got severely less intelligent as they went on.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm.
Wait. Question number 5. Okay, so you're 3 for 4. Question number 5. Who is older, Dracula, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, or your mom?
My mom's your mom.
Exactly.
Okay, wait. So, Dracula,
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus,
Mm-hmm.
Easter Bunny,
Mm-hmm.
my mom. Gosh, I'm gonna say.
Don't look at my answers.
I'm not. I don't cheat.
I know you don't. You're me.
Only on tests that matter.
Good point. Go on.
Gosh, I'm gonna say. I want to say Santa, but
You have to make a final decision.
Dracula could also be it. I'm just trying to read your facial expressions.
You're not gonna.
Easter Bunny? No? Okay. I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna poker face for this one.
Gosh, I'm gonna say. Santa. Santa.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Good job.
Hey.
You're 4 for 5.
Yeah.
Yes, Santa was invented he was born. He was
Got it.
Saint Nicholas was
Yes.
was born. I keep on-
Wow.
I'm like really trying to prove like Santa isn't real.
Well, obviously, Santa. That's not a religious
and-
thing. You're not proving a point right
I
now.
know, but
Santa
who knows?
isn't real.
Kids listening, maybe I don't know.
Santa's real.
Nobody's listening. Yes, Santa was born in 280 A.D., making him 1,738 years old.
Nice.
Wow, I'm burping a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Goodness. I just like kept trying to push the burps down, and they're just like, nope, now's the time. Okay,
Got really watery eyes now.
I know. It's like they were like, let's fuck his shit up. Yeah, Dracula, Vladimir the Impaler, real person, invented. God, why can't I say born? Born in 1431, and then the Easter Bunny, the first, this one was invented. Invented in
There
between
wasn't?
1515 and 1615, making them 400 to 500 years old.
Got it.
Great. Okay, Sam, I think that wraps up our discussion on immortality. Shall we move on to some further questions?
Yes.
Great. Oh, this is kind of part 2 of question 2. How would you describe how do you describe, if you do describe, how would you describe me?
Wow. What?
How would you describe me to your friends?
Oh, hey. I actually have asked a few people this.
About you?
Yeah. I would
I would never ask. Well, I just
Yeah.
did. But
I would describe you.
if you didn't use the term brother.
Okay. I was just about to say my older brother.
Right, no.
But yeah, I would describe you as physically, I would just say
Why start there?
because that's what people see first.
Oh, that's the only thing they see.
Yeah. Anyways, I would say, kind of lengthy, kind of just like,
Okay, go
thin,
on.
whatever, hairy.
Okay, I can't wait for it to be my turn.
You're not going to get a turn. But, yeah, and then I would say Personality-wise, funny.
Good. Keep going.
Prideful.
Okay, good. Keep
Insecure.
Going. Great. Keep going.
That's it.
No, you wouldn't say like the
No.
prideful and insecure.
No,
Yeah, my older brother's funny, prideful, insecure.
Well, yeah, if
Very,
you just weren't my brother,
yeah,
because that's what I would say.
right.
But no, I would.
You would not say prideful and insecure.
No, I wouldn't. But I'm
think
like,
about how you would describe your other friends to your other
yeah,
friends.
no, I would just be like, yeah, just cool dude.
Okay.
Solid dude.
Yeah.
Just solid, you
Fair
know.
enough. So yeah, I would describe
Person.
you physically as imagine if a beanbag had legs, or if a hacky sack had legs.
I'm a hacky sack.
I know, I'm joking. No, I would say the beanbag thing.
What?
I'm not gonna describe you physically. I would not. I mean, I would be
I'm
like
saying if
annoyed.
I-
I'd be like, yeah, he's taller than me now, which is annoying. But then I would say personality-wise, I'm like, yeah, very chill.
He is.
Sleeps a lot.
He's
but
the
pretty
human
funny. Cool guy.
equivalent of a robe.
Like, I think for guys, it's easy. It's either easy or it's hard because we just want to be like, yeah, cool guy. Like he's cool.
Yep.
That just means
Whatever.
like he's not a dick or he's not weird.
Yeah, he's just, solid dude.
Solid dude. He's cool.
Solid
Yeah.
dude.
Solid dude.
Solid dude.
He's solid dude. Okay, great. I think we answered that to the best of our abilities. Sam,
Sure.
How do you feel? How do you feel about doing a would you rather question?
I feel like I would rather.
Dude. Really stunned in my brain for a quick second. Would you rather give up breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And I know you wouldn't want to give up dessert.
Well, yeah, I would rather give up dessert.
No, you wouldn't want
Yes,
to.
I would.
You like dessert, you sweet boy.
I'd rather.
No.
Yes.
No.
But if the options are only out of
Yes. Between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what would you give up?
probably dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of a first world question.
Yeah.
But, really. But
Kind of.
I disagree with you. I would go with lunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I'm like, I feel like I would get really cranky. But if I'm just like at night, I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Well, that's easy for you to say. I really can't go to bed when I'm hungry. I will wake up hungry and I'm like, no.
I have had.
This is going to suck for everyone involved.
Yeah. I've had trouble
With food and sleeping.
I was gonna say sleeping. Recently because I will fall asleep at like 9:30
Okay.
and then wake up at like 12 and then not be able to fall asleep till like 4 a.m.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's a bad sleep schedule. It's
Yeah.
really
happens a lot.
unhealthy.
Yeah. Yep.
I used to just wake up in the middle of the night a lot of times and just then lay there and then my brain's sort of like, hey, what's wrong with you? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, here we go. And we shared a room for a long time and you were just like,
Yeah.
Just like
I remember
filling the air with your toxins. Okay, so breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
dinner.
Dinner.
I
I'd give up
said
lunch because I don't want to go to bed hungry. But then I feel awkward because I go to lunch with my coworkers a lot, so that might be weird. I'm just like watching them eat. They would stop inviting me because they would just feel bad. They're like, for some reason he had to give it up because that's what he answered.
A wizard and
And a wizard was involved. Okay, here's another would you rather question.
Okay.
Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too cold.
Like you can't warm yourself up.
Yeah, but still, I hate being too hot.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's just I get sweaty and I'm like, it's just uncomfortable.
Your nipples get really hard though, Sam.
Like really cold.
Pretty cold. Like too
And, like-
cold. You're too cold. You're too cold. Your nips hard.
I'd rather my nips hard than my nips really soft and sweating.
Please don't ever go there again.
I don't want moist nipples. We're never gonna have another
Okay, so
listener.
you'd rather be too cold?
Yeah.
Okay, these might just be pretty easy. Would you rather?
Yeah.
But I agree. I'd rather be too cold. Would you rather? I just have a bunch of would you rather questions at this point. Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the most intelligent?
Funniest.
I'd be the funniest.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you are the least funny if you are the most intelligent.
Yeah,
Or
and it
you're
doesn't
the
mean
dumbest.
yeah. I would still
You'd still
rather
rather
be
be
the
the funniest.
funniest.
You'd rather be this level of intelligence for the rest of your life and be the funniest person in the room always.
Does that mean like I am incapable of gaining new knowledge because that's a disorder?
Mm-hmm. But boy,
No,
are
you're
you-
just trying to put
boy,
it.
are you funny.
No, you're just trying to put.
I'm just trying to make it hard for you.
Exactly. No, then okay, if it's have a mental disorder but make people chuckle, or be a
No, laugh really hard. You're the funniest person in the room.
doesn't mean that other people in the room are like that funny. They
True, it can
I-
fluctuate.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna say fine. If you're just gonna change it, then
I'm
sure.
just kidding. Okay, yeah. If you want to go with the, you don't have to have the disability.
You're a normal human.
But what if you were the
But
dumbest
you're-
person in the room? And then you became the least funniest when you're the intelligent.
I still feel because
Ironically, I would go with intelligence.
I would
Because you can do a lot more with intelligence.
but I feel like
Oh, damn. What if you went into a room full of comedians and you ended up, and you're just like, because your level always changes, you are then the funniest person in that room.
so then stand up.
Uh-huh.
As long as you just place a few really funny comedians in the audience.
Yeah, just like, come to my show. Little do you know, you're like being a fucking vampire, kind of like, I almost said sucking them off, sucking the energy of their comedy, really. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make them any less funny. But,
No, but it just makes you more. What if that's what happened though?
but also think about
What if
intelligence.
What if you just stay the same?
But
and
you
then-
just are like
but
the
then-
funniest person.
No, you stay the same, but then when you're in the room with funny people, they're just not.
Ooh, that's interesting. That would really cripple some people.
That would
That would cripple me.
that would make
If you were in the room with me and like we were in a social setting and then all of a sudden I can't make a joke.
that would
I'm not
make
saying I'm
people
always the funniest
not
person, but
that would make people not like being around you if they caught on.
True. But
So then that's just pointless.
that's why I would want. But then again, if you're the most intelligent person in a room, does that make people dumb or does that make you smarter than them? And also, if you're like in a room by yourself, are you at your regular intelligence?
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna say.
There's so many different types
Okay,
of intelligence.
let's just say this, right? Let's do the two different scenarios, right?
Okay.
So if you stayed the same for both funniness and intelligence,
Okay.
with each would you rather, but everybody else in the room just, declined to almost nothing to where you are just
Dipped,
the
yeah.
funniest or smartest. Which one would you rather have there? And then which one would you rather have if,
In the inverse, like
to where you'd be the smartest and like it would go
like your
up.
levels
Yes.
rise and lower
Yes.
depending who's in the room.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with so if it stayed at a certain level and dipped, I would go with intelligence. I think
Okay.
it's more useful,
Yeah.
just in a practical sense. Like if
I don't think so.
because man, these burps want to come out.
Yeah.
Because if I mean I spend like a lot of time alone in a way, and it's like
know what you
I
mean.
do things about research and writing and I edit and stuff. So it's like it's gonna benefit me more just to be smarter than it is gonna be funnier. And I think that
For me,
if I was the same level of funny that I already am, and it was intelligence, I'd go with intelligence.
okay. I would
value
say
intelligence.
if everybody else got, lesser when I walked in the room,
Yeah.
I would pick funny. And then
Okay.
if I rose, I would pick intelligence. Because then you could really
I'm the opposite.
because that way if you go into like a room with any of your superiors or anything like that, sure you can make those people laugh, but I would rather
My thing is that I think that that's kind of though how it is with comedy sometimes is that your levels will rise depending where you are. Like I
Yeah.
think that you can literally just be funnier in other circumstances just because of who you're around.
yeah, but I still
I mean,
you
it's
could
like
be
if
a
there's somebody who's like
genius.
yeah. No, I can't.
No, I'm saying from just being around say you're in a room, all trying to figure something out, whatever. Like, you could be in a room with some of the best writers in the world.
Yes.
For like scripts and stuff like that, and you could all be collaborating on a script, and you would just be the best one, just adding to that, you know?
Yeah, either way, you're gonna be the best one.
Yeah, so I would say that, because then you're like,
I would say
you're
again,
always
intelligence though helps. You know what I mean? Like, if you're able to, that's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. Is you go up. I wouldn't want to make other people dumber. I'd rather just make other people just can't think of a joke.
That's what I'm saying. With intelligence, I'd rather have people go down and I stay the same intelligence level.
Yeah, I'm the inverse. I just said this. I wouldn't want people to go down in intelligence.
I am a little confused. I'm not gonna lie. I understand that we are saying the opposite. What I'm saying is that, say, if you get funnier if you're in a room with funnier people, it goes up. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. Is that what you want? You want the opposite.
I want the opposite.
I wanted to go up.
Why?
Because that's what I already feel happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with your like intelligent. It's like you take that with you. Comedy is such a social thing that you want it to possibly fluctuate depending where you are to play around with the levels
but still,
of it.
I would rather, just for the fact of, like,
You don't want to bring other people down.
That, and it would just like...
But you wouldn't be, in my case, I'm saying that mine just goes up.
For what?
For comedy.
I'm saying intelligence.
Okay, so you would want iron to sharpen iron a bit.
Yes.
With intelligence.
Because then that way, you know, it doesn't make it so that... Because then, when you're in a room trying to, like, think of something, you're always gonna... It's just gonna be at your level. No matter how stupid you are, we're not very smart, Mason.
True. But I'm saying that my intelligence is just so high above. Not right now. I'm saying, like, in this scenario that it's that high above. Everybody else's is still really high as well. Those particular smart people. But then it's just way above theirs.
That's what I'm saying.
And then, man, I am confused at this point.
What? I'm saying that I would get smarter, and then other people would stay the same intelligence. You're saying that you would get funnier.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That then if you... Again, you are the smartest person in the room, so what happens if you're the only person in the room? I'm saying
then
that...
you have a baseline either way.
I think it's this.
Yes.
What you have right now.
Exactly. So I'm saying the intelligence, I think that really...
Okay, then I would rather just both, have it be where I got into and it rises.
That's not the question. It's a would you rather.
I know. Okay, then
I'm going to say both.
Okay, fine. Then...
Which one would you rather?
The problem is that we've introduced two different scenarios and we're trying to answer them both at the same time.
I've already answered mine. I answered mine immediately.
I did too. I answered mine and then
then you said both. So would you rather?
Okay, I would rather fuck the scenario where people's goes down. Yours just goes up, okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to go with comedy.
Okay.
That's what's important. That is a social thing.
Okay. Say both happened, though. So if you picked comedy, then other people's intelligence went down, but your comedy went above theirs.
I'm not doing this question anymore. I'm lost. That didn't make any fucking sense to me. I am so confused at this point, and I am not afraid to admit it.
That's fine.
Okay, I don't know if that made any sense.
If you guys got
sense to anybody.
Whatever.
It's
a good thing nobody listens to.
Let's just fucking wrap this shit up, okay? Does that work with you?
Sounds good.
Do you have a question of the week, or should I do some outro-y stuff?
Do a little bit of outro.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. If you are just watching the preview of this, we will drop some links in the description below for you to listen to the full version of this. And if you want, you can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. For Facebook, I know I'm really spacing here. Okay, let me back it up.
God.
He's thinking of a question for the week. I'm really stumped right now. We drained everything that we had during that.
That last would you rather was just a real bitch.
Okay, it was just like a really wordy bitch. You
It
know what I
was,
mean? It
yeah.
wasn't like a brain stumper. It was just like not a good way that we phrase things, I think. Okay. If you want to like us on Facebook, the Facebook page is called Questions Only Podcast. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it is at only_podcast is the name of that. If you want to send us in a question that you want us to answer on this, anything random, it can be a would you rather, it can be a thought-provoking type of question, it can just be a crazy, like, would you go to the top of a mountain, fight a wizard with a sword if he gave you a hand job? I don't know.
What?
I don't know why that's what my brain went to. That was the most bizarre question I could think of on the spot, and I think it was bizarre enough. If you want to just ask some random ass question like that, you can send it to you go for
questionsonlyinbox@gmail.com.
Send it in there. If you want to answer the question of the week here that Sam is going to have in a second, if you want to answer that, drop that in the comments section. That is where we will see those. If you want to answer one of the questions that we talked about on this, go ahead and do that. If you want to listen to the full versions of this, again, we'll drop some links, but you can also always listen to the full version on YouTube as well. If you want to follow me on, there's too many plug stuff as you think.
Stop. Okay, stop plugging yourself. What I'm gonna do?
Stop plugging yourself.
Yeah,
Go on.
sounds weird.
It's a phrase.
Yeah, but
Just go.
okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
You're just supposed to
Count me down. I don't know.
You gonna come up with something right then?
I'm just gonna wing it.
3, 2, 1.
Coffee or tea?
Great. I love it. Coffee or tea? Are you a coffee drinker or are you a tea drinker?
And if you're either one, tell us what you like what type of drink. You know,
Now it's getting complicated. No, just
if
kidding.
you want.
If you want, sure. But coffee or tea?
Yeah.
Great question. Okay, great.
Thanks.
I think I've plugged most of the things. I don't know.
I don't think we need to plug anything else.
If you want to see if we do anything else, just Google our names. See what happens.
I don't know what will come up.
More stuff is going to come up for me than it is you.
A little bit, but I mean, questions only. You're just gonna get a lot of whose line is it anyway?
True.
Whoops.
Lips. We'll get past it, though.
Yeah.
Great.
Eventually.
I think that just about does it. Thanks, everybody, so much for listening. I'm Mason Beals.
I'm Sam Beals.
Stay questionable, everybody.